I'd like to ask you a question. And my question is, how much is your dog worth to you in money? The thing is, over the last few decades, scientific developments have really increased what vets can do for sick animals. There are new drugs, new diagnostic tests, and new treatments. If your dog has cancer, for example, it can be treated in a linear accelerator which costs around £4 million to install. And that's my point. These things are all very, very expensive, and the cost of veterinary care has soared. Now, if you ask people in the veterinary profession, which I do because I'm the editor of a couple of veterinary websites, they'll mostly say that the profession has invested in all this high-end diagnostic equipment because pet owners say they want it. The problem is, I don't think anyone's ever asked the question properly. I mean, if you send me into a Ferrari garage and ask me if I want one, the answer's yes. Of course I do. But if you ask me whether I want to spend £250,000 on a car, the answer's a little bit different. And that's the reason for my question. Of course, we all want the best treatment available for our animals. That's not the point. My question for you is, assuming no insurance, how much would you be happy to spend on a single treatment for your dog? For example, if they were in an accident. And by happy, I mean that you wouldn't begrudge it, and it wouldn't go against what you think is an ethical amount of money to spend on a dog. My second question is, how much would you be happy to spend on treating a chronic illness per annum? And for a bonus point, I have one last question. Regardless of your personal net worth, what is the maximum amount that you think is ethically acceptable to spend on the medical treatment of a dog? There's no right answer. You might think it's wrong to spend any money on a dog. Or you might say that if someone has a spare £1 million and they want to spend it on their dog, that's perfectly ethical. You can comment your answers below, but what would be really great is if you could take my very short, completely anonymous survey at the URL bit.ly/dogvalue.